Brother Naija.
Okay, let's talk about the red flags in relationship. First of all, I am not a relationship coach, neither am I a relationship expert. The reason why I'm discussing about this is because I turned on my TV and I found out that they were doing Big Brother Naija reunion. And the conversation that was going on really got my attention. So I was like, you know what? Let me put on my lights, turn on my camera, and just give 1 or 2 cents, even though I don't know anything about relationship. Alright, welcome to Reality Bus Stop, and this is Big Brother Conversation. My name is Karen Ayudewe. It's been ages, but then I know I'm always on and off, but this time around I'm here for good. It's Big Brother Conversation, and we just have to say 1 or 2 things from what we saw in the reunion. Now guys, if you followed Big Brother Naija reality game show last year, although I didn't really follow, but I remember I talked about the whole game entirely. The video will be linked to this video, and I discussed about how the housemate didn't give us that so much content. To my greatest surprise, I found out that they were doing the reunion, and I was like, okay, for them to bring this housemate together for the reunion, then that means there's something to talk about. And boom, when I turned on my TV screen, the conversation that I met was between Zion and Chinwe. These 2 people were actually dating. But before we go into their own conversation, let's start with Ruthie and DJ Flo. So if you watched the game show last year, the housemates became in duo. That is, they came in 2 pairs. That's people from outside the house, 2 people that know each other very well. They could be friends, they could be lovers, they could be couples. That's how they came into the house. And Ruthie and DJ Flo, they were friends. And guys, they've been friends for 10 years. 10 solid years. I'm not talking about 1 year, but I'm talking about 10 years. And guess what? After the show, they are no longer friends. Now let's dive into that. According to DJ Flo, she was telling Ibuka that when she came out of the house, she saw clips here and there that DJ Flo was accusing her for not giving so much vibe in the house, for not standing by her, for not being at her back, da 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 da. And the unfortunate thing here is that Ruthie was not at the reunion to share her own side of the story, but DJ Flo said Ruthie accused her of not bringing any vibe into the show, for not standing by her, for not fighting for her in times that they were supposed to fight for her and all of that, da 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 da. And Ebuka questioned that, okay, didn't you have a conversation about this? And DJ Flo said Ruthie knows very well that she's not a very vocal person. She's a very reserved person. She doesn't talk. Even if people are saying your head is young, she just keep quiet. Even if they are calling her out on social media, she doesn't even say jack. So according to her, the what was the last straw was when she saw a video of where Ruthie was saying some things about her, and she didn't find it very, very funny and all, and she was like, that was when they have to draw the line. Now what I'm really concerned about is that, are you going to let this reality game show a friendship of 10 years? Because I have questions for both parties. I mean, you came to this reality show, I'm sure you guys know yourself very well. Why would a little altercation or whatever make you guys end a relationship of 10 years? I mean, was it actually very much genuine? I mean, these are 2 grown-up adults. Is there any way that they could have a conversation and sit down and talk about all of this? And then do not allow a reality game show of just how many months to ruin your friendship just because of videos, just because of talk here and there. And now we see both parties are not longer in good terms. Is this actually very healthy? What do you guys think? Now let's dive into the issue of Zion and Chinwe. This is why I'm talking about relationship red flags. What do you do when you notice a red flag in a relationship? Do you fold your hands? Do you endure because you love the person so much? I think this has to do with the case of Zion and Chinwe. Now both pairs came in as lovers, that's boyfriend and girlfriend. Like they were actually dating and came into the game show. But things did not go well because Chinwe felt that Zion was just being all of that and not giving the vibe that he was supposed to give. he was allowing the other housemates to talk down on his girlfriend. I think that was the highlight that he played or something. And then Chinwe was so vocal saying she was the one that sponsored everything, da 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 da. And guys, that did not end there. And Chinwe had receipts and saying after the house, she said she was the one that was funding the relationship. She was the one, taking him out for dinner, paying some certain bills, and then everybody was like, wow, this is the relationship that we've been admiring, all of that. So now the question is, relationship red flags, red flags in a relationship. How do you detect it? And when you detect this red flags, do you just hold your hands and watch? Because everything that I saw was kind of embarrassing, because Chinwe had all the receipts of her funding the bills for her man, and because things have actually gone sour, everybody's now excusing each other. Now, another question is, are you the type of person that when you have problem in your relationship, or when your relationship is no longer perfect, or when your relationship has ended, you go around the street telling people that your boyfriend was shitty, your girlfriend was messy, and then you go around exposing your person or exposing your man or woman just because the relationship didn't go well? Is it a crime for you to talk about the good parts of the relationship, how you guys met, how you guys started? Are you not allowed to talk about that? Is it when things go bad, that is when you start exposing your man and start saying things about, the relationship? In the case of Zion and Chinwe, Zion is younger and Chinwe is older. And I saw a conversation on X app where someone said that because Zion actually released a statement saying that he told her that because he just landed to Nigeria, he was not really boxed up, he was not really in place. So he had a conversation with her concerning how things are for him, and she agreed to be in the relationship and all of that. But the receipts and everything Chinwe brought out was that whenever this man needs money, he comes in and acts very nice and romantic. When he gets the money, he goes to her for deeds and he will not talk to her. Then maybe when he needs money again, he comes back. She said a whole lot of things, and this was a relationship that most people seriously admired. I don't know if people admired the relationship, but then I'm just asking people who understand how this relationship thing works. Do you think Chinwe was actually right, exposing her man, bringing out receipts, talking about this and that? Although Ebuka was the one that asked the question that are you guys dating, who broke up with who, and Zion said he was the one that ended the relationship. That was when Chinwe now started exposing all of this. So my question is, when you notice a red flag in a relationship, what do you do? What action will you take when you notice a red flag? If I was being thrown that question, when I notice a red flag in a relationship, the first thing that I would definitely do is I would definitely confront my man. I'll ask him questions like this and that, try to have conversation, because I feel conversation is where we can actually connect and understand each other. But in a case whereby my man is not willing to have the conversation, I don't think I have so much energy. I don't think I have that strength to accommodate things that are not beautiful in a relationship. Will I go around telling people, talking about my man, that this is how my man is behaving? I don't think I will do that. I will just keep it on the low. It didn't work. I'm not going to stress myself over things that are not worth it or not worth energy. It's even better for you to notice this red flag in a relationship than for you to get hooked up with your man, like you go to the altar, you say I do, and then at the end of the day it's not working. That one is not going to lead to divorce. So it's always very important that you understand your man very well before you now take certain actions. Then on the aspect of DJ Flow and meeting, 10 years is actually a long period of time for people to have, it's a long period of time and that they have been together. So I see no reason why a reality game show should have ended their relationship. And if they are truly friends, I think they prefer to sort things out. Share me your own 2 cents on what you think about this whole red flag in relationship and this whole drama. It's going to be another episode again. If there's something tangible for us to talk about, I'll be back here for us to discuss about it. And it's Big Brother Conversations. This is a social experiment where we learn things from. So definitely there's something you can always learn from. So let's see I'll see you on another episode of Reality Bus Stop. Thanks. My name is Karen, and don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel because we're coming in with more and more content. Bye.
Big Brother Naija.